Your suffering holds most of the value that you're looking for right now in life to finally make that breakthrough, especially when you are talking about self improvement. For me personally, self improvement occurred during a point in my life that I simply could not continue taking all the pain that my personal reality was giving me. Maybe it's always been like this. I'm not sure. I've only been alive for a handful of decades in this, this crazy world of modernity and the digital era. But that makes me want to say, especially nowadays, where we're so surrounded by everything. And I just want to use the basic human senses for this. But everything it's a lot. It's so much. It's too much for what you can see and what you can hear, what you can listen to, what you can eat, what you can drink. What nah, okay, maybe not touch. Let's all right, let's just keep that one going where you know human beings, most people, right, you keep your hands to yourself. Let's that one's been a golden rule for all of human history. Let's just keep that one. But how about in terms of senses that are directly related to your perception of how you experience every single day? It's a lot. I mean, if you just start scrolling somewhere, you're scrolling something, maybe you're online shopping, or you're looking at memes, or you are going through your feed, okay, or whatever. It's so crazy to me that we've gone to the point that has become infinite, that never ends. It will never end. If it were possible, if you would just, somebody put you in a room, okay, and gave you a pill, and this magical pill changed your biology, and you'll never need to eat anything, drink anything, and you don't need to sleep. Okay, you don't need to go to the bathroom anymore. Oh my god. Okay, I pretty much just turned you into a robot. All right, and you're still you, and you can just scroll. So you can just sit there and scroll. Yeah, absolutely. You could just like this for the rest of your life, maybe longer, probably longer. How many centuries? That is the abundance. Technological advancement has taken all of us to just absolutely surrounded by consumption, by stimulation. If you want to be, you can. You know, I commute all around my city, and people. It's very common for people to have nice headphones. Really, they're just not that expensive nowadays. The better technology gets, the cheaper it gets for the older models. And so it's gotten so good nowadays. You can really snag yourself a pair of noise canceling surround sound, right? Just like really, really in-depth sounding audio for whatever you want to listen to. And it's just always on. Whatever it is that you're hearing, whatever the content is that you're consuming, is that it is just always being directed at you in this kind of world 24/7, unless you consciously choose to turn it off. If you do, then I'd like to believe you're going to be very quickly attacked. You are going to be instantly surrounded by all the reasons that make you suffer as a human being and as a person. This is a lot of pain that a man must deal with. Okay? It's so much. It's your past, it's regrets, it's mistakes, it's worries, it's the future. It's, am I going to make it? Can I do this? Am I doing this? I don't know what to do. Or you're doing something. Am I doing this correctly? You know, uh, you know, people, places, things stressing you out. It all kind of floods you in that moment. And so, to me, it's a logical, very natural reaction for people to, right. You want to keep the noise on, even if the noise isn't helping you, even if the movies and the shows and these algorithms and everything that you're consuming is not actually helping you. At least it creates a barrier to what would absolutely ravage you, to what would just cause you endless amounts of pain, because we don't really know how to deal with suffering. We all, I mean, is this not a very natural, protocol for any soul, right? Any human being born into the human experience, any sane person is going to want to try to avoid suffering. You want to try to get away from it, right? Blunt it, dull it as best as you can. No one has in all of human history, no one has ever been able to do that more effectively than you know what I'm saying? Our world today. But tonight, here at the Pillars of Man podcast, my deep dive is completely and solely directed at helping you understand your suffering is not all pain. Though it may be very painful, it is an essential part of your reality that helps you unlock some of the greatest experiences that only you can have. Goals, hopes, dreams, accomplishments, transformations, and evolutions of who you are as both a man and as a human being. A, a whole ton of it is found right there, deep within your suffering. And I say that because my personal suffering, all the problems of my own life, everything that was happening to me that I wish was not happening, or I wish had never happened, or, made life feel really unfair. It made it feel pointless. It it just convinced me it's so much easier not to fight back. It's really not necessary. What? Why? It's just going to make it hurt more. It's so much easier to fold. Like straight up though, bro. It's so much easier to not try, because at least then I won't have to go through the pain of the action, okay, to alleviate, right, whatever kind of suffering that I'm going through. But the problem with that, I found, is if you do not engage with your own suffering, you will never receive the gift that is hidden behind understanding it and unpacking it, engaging with it and processing it. If Now, for me to make this a little bit more practical, okay, if I could ground this in your personal process of self-improvement. Now, if you're a man looking at me right now and you're thinking, I actually don't have any kind of process though. Yeah, it would be great for me to have a better life, but in terms of what is it that I'm actively doing day in and day out, week in and week out, to have a much better experience at existence, there really is none. Fair enough. But then, brother, I would argue you are in a wonderful position to do exactly that. You are. If you don't have a process, if you never really tried any kind of self-improvement, your life has always just been whatever's happened so far. You are in the prime. I would say the very best position to do something about it. Because in the very beginning of any journey, there are two major things happening right here. With the first one being, do you or do you not want to go? And the second one being, if you do, where do you want to go? So suffering follows very quickly after that. Almost as if because it is attached to the decision, okay, that you personally choose to have a better life, whatever reason. I want to, make more money. I want to become financially free. I want to find meaning in life. I want to feel fulfilled. I want to chase purpose. I want to do something with myself that allows me to actually enjoy being myself. I'm actually able to enjoy living every single day. It actually makes me want to wake up. And so when I do, and I get to live exactly in the way that I want to, that right there, let me ask you, that right there, is that your dream life or your best life? I would say, okay, take your pick. Which one do you think? But either or, if you would agree with me, these are two very optimal states of life. And of course, everyone, especially on the internet, Lord, I am one of them, have very personalized, passionate opinions about how to do that. How do you do this? How do you really, build that life, your best, your ultimate life for yourself? How does this really work? So my episode tonight is all about the 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 fact, okay? I want to say maybe even the truth that your suffering it's directly attached to your best life. Because this is I said it follows very quickly. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to go, me too. Let's go together. I have an idea. I don't know exactly. I do not know exactly where. If you would ask me, Jason, show me exactly where you're going right now in life that makes you live the way that you do every single day. Brother, that is not happening. I can't do that. I don't know. Unless I sit here and BS you. I don't want to do that. So I think I know where I'm going. I think I do. And I'm just allowing that to be enough for me. Okay. I'm okay with the fact that I don't know exactly, but you know what? It's this general direction. And I don't really want to stay here. So that puts any man into a bind. Do you want to give it a shot in this somewhere around here? So you know what I mean? So like it's a freaking finger is what it is. This way, like that. I don't know. It's somewhere this way. Just go this way. When you acknowledge doing that is better than just staying here, then I, you know, even if it is difficult to admit this truth for yourself, brother, you know deep down you do want to go. That's going to make you think about where. Okay, I have my own general direction. For you would have to give this some time. What is it? And I'm not messing with you when I say, for any man who can see me or hear me right now, and you have no idea, and you've never really done any kind of self-improvement or anything like that before, this is such a magical moment in life. It's a milestone moment. I don't care what anyone else says. Some people will be like, well, you haven't done anything yet. True. But would you ever? Would you ever do anything ever for the rest of your life if you didn't know what to do? So this one right here, knowing what you want to do, you get to pick. Don't see, you have to let go of, will it work, will it not work? You know, am I the person that can do this, or I can't do this, or like all the worry, all the doubt, all the negativity, all the cynicism and the pessimism. That is such a killer, especially for us, okay, as men. But the defeatist mindset, lethal for a man's dreams. No, bro, don't worry about any of that. Your sole objective for this right here, bro, is you just pick. You just need to choose. And so if you choose, for me, it's kind of stereotypical, but we keep it real here at the Pillars of Man. Mine is, just a jacked physique. I have this great dream where maybe during the honeymoon with my wife. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a private, uh, right, mutually agreed conversation. You are going to need consensus from both parties. Man and woman come together as husband and wife, and they have that talk. Are we having kids? Are we doing this kids thing? Okay, there's only one way to do that, brother. And when that moment arrives, and for okay, can all men, you know what I'm saying, just unite on this front? It's an absolute celebration. Let's freaking go. Oh, yes. This is so awesome. It's just like how I will speak on behalf of men. I think that's how we feel about it. You know what I mean, man? Oh, this is gonna be so awesome. I'm so excited. And to really just have that um, body that I work really hard for, and really have an aesthetic physique that is as high up as I can push it to my own physical potential. I would just love to be able to present that to her as a gift and see her reaction. I just think that'd be super dope. So that's why, and then yeah, sure, and then the physical health benefits, living longer, what I'm saying, healthier joints, better bone density, better bone structure, a more robust immune system, just better cognitive function, better neurological health, healthier organs, but okay, it's like that's all secondary, bro. You would think a man would want to lift for these types of reasons, fair enough, but oh man, just that's my numero uno, and then everything else is kind of like, oh yeah, wow, what nice byproducts of chasing fitness in life. So that was one of mine. Maybe that's one of yours too. What would be after that? For just a single man that's ready to, I don't know, unleash himself into his own life. Money, that's a big one. Money runs everything in this world, whether we like it or not. And so financial freedom is a really big one. Oh, how can I really get to those figures where, yeah, I don't really got to worry about money anymore? You know what I'm saying? Oh, the the abundance is really pouring in every single month. Now I can just live. I think you do. I think you'd want one more though. All right, you got your health, right? You got the bag, bro. All right, got that bank account on lock, dope. But that third one I want to give you is, why are you alive? Besides, besides getting jacked and making bank, why are you alive, bro? You know, Like when someone, maybe it's better I don't use anyone else. It matters. Of course, it matters. We're all in this together. Again, whether we like it or not, you might not believe me. You might be thinking like, no, I live alone and it's dandy. I'm freaking fine. Okay, the way of the lone wolf. Fair enough, bro. But like, you know what I'm saying, man? I don't think any of us, like. I don't know, man. Save Elon Musk, okay, and okay, like maybe some of these billionaires with the bunkers or whatnot, okay, like sure, they're exempt, but 99.99% of the rest of the human population on planet Earth is going to stay on planet Earth. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think any of us are going to be rocketing off into the cosmos anytime soon. So we share this rock together. This little blue and green, beautiful blue and green rock of ours. And so I think any man, whether he likes to be alone or not, is going to want to find something to do in life where it just gives him meaning in the way that living like this just means a lot to you. It really does. It means a lot to you, brother, because you care about it for whatever reason. You know, it really doesn't. It doesn't have to be that deep, or it could be, overly melodramatic. Okay, very philosophically and passionately meaningful for you. I'm a little bit like that, but you don't want to imagine a life in which you're not able to do it. That kind of meaning. You put these three together, and you really have the makings of an incredible life for any man. Now, if you agree with me, brother, that still leaves the question. Oh, you want to go? Awesome. You know where? But you use these three examples we just kind of went into. Great. Okay, so we got this little very general kind of stereotypical roadmap of, okay, let's go. I'm ready for my best life. See, that's what I mean. Right here is where every man begins to, you start to have such a hard time, because very quickly you realize, in order to have any of this, in order to do any of this, you need to suffer. This is where my own brain starts to strain right here. Okay, many things make my brain strain. I am not a deep thinker. I just have to think very deeply to get stuff in life. I'm not. It doesn't come easy to me. And so once you realize what you want and you have that figured out, the suffering truly begins. Here's the thing, though. If you remember what I said earlier, it's not to be avoided. It's to be embraced. You want to. You want to. Not to be masochistic, or you know what I'm saying, some sicko. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hurt me. No, not like that. That's a, you know what I'm saying, but I don't do that type of podcast. Suffering in the way that it is essential is because there's no way for you to avoid it. Okay. All right. If I could go just a tad deeper and like really start breaking this down, obviously any man is going to need a routine. A routine is such a powerful tool for any guy that's serious just about life, about his own personal goals, and his dreams and what he wants to do. And so a routine is implemented. Okay, it's just what you should be doing at any given time on any given day. You know what I'm saying? Like follow the plan type vibes. My mornings need to be like this. My afternoon needs to be like this. And my evenings need to be like this. That kind of daily scheduling is, I'll speak for myself here, is where I immediately began to suffer. Oh my God, bro. I do. I mean, it's it's been a good amount of time, but I remember like it was yesterday. Because it was yesterday, actually. That's not some okay, like deep, okay, you know what I'm saying? Dramatic, I don't know, exaggeration of, oh, you know, like back in my day, or it was so long ago. But if I close my eyes, no, it actually happened about 24 hours ago, where you know you need to wake up at a certain time, and I'm just whew, when you're not a morning person, but you're trying to be a morning person, okay? Because you come from very nocturnal roots. It's tough, man. It's tough. And so I'm really fighting my snooze button. And that, you know what I'm saying, man, that makes me suffer. That makes me suffer. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I lost this much amount of time, and that's time that I could have been productive, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then actually, being able to summon the effort and the willpower necessary to throw yourself in the deep work that is required for you to have your best life. That makes me suffer. And then after that, it's lunchtime. And back when I was younger, lunchtime used to be whatever the frick I wanted. Let's go. Do you remember the you know what I'm saying? What is it? The good old days. Is that how I should say that? Do you remember the good old days, brother, when McDonald's had a value menu that was actually $1 each? Okay, like the 99-cent menu. This is a while ago, but not even just McDonald's. Okay, if you are kind of recoiling right now, hearing the word McDonald's, that's commendable. That's dope, because you probably understand the health ramifications of just ingesting something like that. And I'm not even okay. I'm not even throwing shade at Mickey D's like that. It's delicious, but I can't do it anymore, because you know what I'm saying. My body was like, you eat that, and all right, this is gonna be like a total system shutdown, like a factory failure, and I really can't have that anymore. But back in the day, any kind of junk food, any kind of processed, any kind of salty, deep fried, I don't know, savory, sugary, all that good stuff, I still love it, and I'll still have it from time to time. But I'm talking about, I used to just not think about it though. I used to just, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna eat whatever I want. Nowadays, I'm proud to say it is completely reversed, but I suffer to do it because I gotta make myself get more. I gotta get more greens. Okay, all right, the kind that you eat to be ultra specific. Okay, say nowadays it is quite available. No, I'm talking about kale. Okay, some baby spinach. You know what I mean? Trying to get more veggies right in my life. Trying to do more organic. Trying to do more whole foods. Trying to do more. What is it? Uh, none of the super processed meats. Do you know what I'm saying? Deli meats. I'm a big deli guy. Sausages and whatnot, and bacon and all that good stuff. And I'm just, no, man, just trying to really keep it a chicken or beef, or maybe maybe some fish, maybe some salmon. It's tough to be so intentional that you're able to really get your diet on lock, right? You're right. You gotta be able to obtain these kinds of foods according to the limits of your budget, and maybe you are able to eat out, have somebody else with their culinary skills make it for you at a restaurant or something like that. Maybe even a meal prep program that's getting pretty big nowadays. What is it? Hello Fresh, right, is really one of the big ones. And it's just, hey, factor meals, if you've heard of those. I actually, no, I haven't tried any of these services yet. Um, I'm interested. It's just as of right now, at this point in my life, I have no problem meal prepping myself. I'm grateful because it's something I'm able to do. I'm not killing myself to keep up with my own meal prep. Lord knows how many men. I mean, okay, like you unless he's going to be able to magically extend right his day to 26 and 27 hours, right? It's like is that would not be a mortal man. Then no, it might not be feasible, might be too tough. But that's not the case for me. I really am. I'm able to, yeah, meal prep myself. I can make it myself. I know exactly what's going in here. I i i think it tastes okay. I think it tastes decent. It's not too bad. uh then again, I am the only one that eats it, so it's good enough. And that kind of intentionality, you know to do that for myself, that makes me suffer. Hitting the gym, good Lord, you gotta suffer. If you really want that body, you have to suffer. To make your process work in life, whatever you're gonna decide to do to try to become financially free, you're gonna suffer in all sorts of ways. If you don't agree, bro, you gotta drop that down in the comments below. If you why you do not agree with me, there's no way. Okay, I'm not trying to say. Of course you can. Of course you can disagree. I by no means right and the end all be all or have all the answers, but I'm just trying to be super logical about this and not even go too crazy on this. It's sacrifice, right? You gotta do less of the things that you think are very fun, stimulating, and enjoyable, and right things that makes the time fly by and whatnot. Things that you like to watch, games you like to play, maybe activities you like to get up to. I mean, you hit the city usually Friday, Saturday night to unwind and relax, recover on Sunday. I used to, I used to be all too familiar in my own life, so you can get back at it Monday and then churn, 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 churn to be able to basically throw all over the Friday evening finish line, right? And that's the 9 to 5 cycle I'm basically describing. You can't live like that. It's you it's a very serious level of life, I have to say, because you gotta keep up with it, and you gotta really want it. And it's a tragedy that so many people won't give themselves this kind of opportunity because they believe that the suffering doesn't make it worth it. You know, I wake up, I work 8 hours, I work all day. I come home. Of course, I deserve to put my feet up and chill for a bit before I got to wake up and do it all over again. But if you really want what you want in life, though, the reality, the truth of the matter is, you you have to do that, and then be able to do what your real life requires. And that may be, some meal prep. And that might be the gym, and that might be, I got to sit down with this for an hour because I need to learn this. I should. I need to watch. I need to watch this. Video. I need to read a part of this book because this is exactly the information I'm looking for to try and do what I really want to do. Okay, right, brother. The the purpose, the fulfillment, the who are you? Like, why are you really here? What is your life all about? Unless you're someone that loves your job, then that's different. Yeah, I believe too many people are not blessed enough to be in that position, and to break out of that requires you to embrace this kind of suffering that is just it's so good for you. You know, everyone talks about how necessary it is and how, how much you need it. The motivation you need that, the discipline you need that, the consistency you definitely need that. But I don't know how many are remembering to mention just how it makes any individual feel, and it is very difficult because you're feeling the suffering, you are feeling the misery of what it takes to build the best life that you want. What's so crazy though is that if you don't, if you don't, you are not exempt from suffering. You don't get a pass to, you know, you don't get a pass to take you out of participation from the suffering of life. Right. Could this really be one of the most frustrating aspects of the human experience? No matter who you are, no matter what you do, and no matter where you go, it is inescapable. It is absolutely, it's impending, imminent, and inevitable. There is nothing you can do about it. And to really argue that and to kind of prove it to you is take anyone who is never going to do anything for themselves. This this is such a real danger that all of us are gonna have to confront. And that moment of confrontation is what we started talking about, is what we started with tonight. That moment of confrontation is, do you want to stay here or do you want to go? You know what I'm saying? And everyone associates, oh, okay, well, if I don't stay here, if I don't let my life stay like this for the rest of it, and instead I try and I pursue a greater one, I want to, but oh my God, pursuing that greater life is going to make me suffer like crazy. Yes, brother, true. Yes, it will. But at the very same time, if you stay here, though, the suffering is equal. And if it's not equal, if it's not just as bad as trying in life, self-improving, like, right, pushing yourself for growth and betterment, it's greater. I mean, this is a very humble opinion of mine, very personal opinion. I do not believe that, just allowing life to happen to you and kind of just let like for the rest of your days, you just stay wherever you kind of end up, maybe after you turn 18 or something like that, because that's when life starts to really, be truly in your hands. You're an adult now. Um, you could still be living with your family or whatnot, but it's just you're right. You join the workforce. And it's kind of like, hey, all right, it's on you now, kiddo. What are you trying to do? You know what I mean? So many people make the mistake of thinking, no, I don't agree. Like, you're like, they don't agree with what I just said. No, Jason's wrong. The suffering has to be not as bad. It's got to be better here. I just stay here. I just stay right here. I don't, like power to anyone who wants to try, but I'm good, And so if my bills are paid and all right, I can just kind of just remain here, then yeah, I think that'll be a wonderful life. I would like that. It's crazy because I used to think the same thing. I used to genuinely believe, working a job that I didn't really enjoy, but it was good enough because it was, what I'm saying, it was covering rent, it was covering, basic necessities, you know what I mean? It's covering enough that when you add in all the screen time I was enjoying, uh, during time off from work, life was good enough. And I got to that point too as a young man. Oh, this is good. This is not too shabby. I can really keep it like this. And then it begins to really go by, and you get older, and you really start to see life pass you by. And no one ever, it's not, well, it's kind of not, in a way it's not possible, but no one ever really prepares you or even really warns you of the kind of suffering that brings. Like maybe it's been 5 years, maybe it's been 10, maybe it's been 15, maybe it's been more. And all this time has gone by, and because the choice that someone so early on in their life cemented, I'm just going to let it be like this. Enough time passes by where the moment that person, that human being questions, did I make the right choice? That kind of suffering is so intense, and it is merciless, and it is excruciating. Because then you're filled with the regrets and the what ifs and the coulds and the shoulds and the woulds. And those absolutely tear a man apart. They really, brother, they really mess with you. If you ever, I think in so many cases where maybe a guy is just not really sober. And I say this as a man who lived it. It's simply because reality brings the suffering and the pain of that truth. I let all that time go by and I never did anything with it. I never gave anything of myself to anyone or anything else. And I could have, because I was alive, because I had the breath to, I had the time to. And I that fateful decision that will arrive for any man, I believe, born into the human experience. Will you stay or will you go? The consequences of staying is time that you will never be able to get back. And that one is so risky because all that time has to pass before you realize you made the wrong choice. But as you know, by that time, it won't be possible to do anything about it. I'm not that old. I'm a millennial. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not that old yet. So it's very scary because you think about really way down. You know what I'm saying? Men live for about 3/4 of a century on average. It's a long time. That's several decades. And you think about all this time has passed, and you look back at it. It's gone because it was spent right here. That is just really, really, really intense. That is really, really hardcore. And I just wanted you, I went on air tonight to really go deep into this because I wanted you to be sure. Here's the thing though, bro. That's not really possible. I don't believe guys when they're young. What's young? How about 40 and down? Because 3/4 of a century, 40 is about halfway. Like a mid marker. I think that's like that's fine. So we'll do 40 and down. men 39 years old and down, so like 18 to 39, who say to themselves, I know for a fact I'm good here. Trying this, trying that, okay, leveling up, chasing, pursuing, seeking, learning, growing. I I don't buy it. I don't like. I know that's kind of a douchey. Yeah, it's like straight up. That is kind of an arrogant, douchey thing for me to say right now. But I'm just being honest though. The reason why I don't believe them is because there is just too much potential in you, me, any man. There is just too much that a human being is able to do with themselves in life. For you to really make that decision, okay, the beautiful possibility of life, the vastness of the potential in existence, that you would just make that call that early in life, I don't want any of it. I'm good with all of this. Before you try, before you taste, before you take a shot, you know what I'm saying? Like take a gamble before you make a bet, however big, however small. B- Before your heart and your mind and your soul, brother, get to feel, get to be, just to engage with the experience, because that's completely different. To have tried and you were there and it happened, and so I can tell you a story. This is how it went down. It was like this. So I tried to go for this, and this happened, and then, right? And eventually you conclude with, and that's how I know it wasn't for me. Oh, and so that's why I do this. Do you see the difference? For the man who tries, even though he knows it will make him suffer, I'm telling you tonight, that is the way to go. And this embracing of the suffering, okay, is, it brings you peace. It brings you peace. Whereas the other way around, when you tried, do you see, brother? I don't know why it works like this. I'm not, I don't even know if it really does, but you let me know. You let me know if you vibing with this, bro. When you try to avoid it, duck it, you know what I'm saying, bro? Hide from it, run from it. Oh, I used to be, I used to be exceptionally good at running away from responsibility, obligation, duty, maturity. You know what I'm saying, bro? Growth, work. That's probably definitely one of the biggest ones, if not the biggest one. And I really thought I was slick because, hey, I got away, or so I thought. I thought I got away from all the suffering that doing in better life demands of a man, until I ran, smacked, like I really smacked my face right off of the hell, the nightmare that is waiting for any man foolish enough to believe not doing anything is how he escapes. It's how he outplays suffering. It is not possible. It is not possible. It's what it really is you need to learn to choose what to suffer for. And this is where it gets really clear. For me, this is where it got really clear. if you're able to embrace that, if you're able to understand, I will suffer in this reality, in my personal life, I will suffer no matter what, then one of the best things I ever heard was pick the one that's going to give you the most back. If you're going to suffer, pick the one that's going to, if you're going to suffer, bro, suffer for your best body, suffer for financial freedom so that you can live how you want to live. You can go where you want to go. You can buy what you want to buy. You can do what you want to do. Suffer for who you want to become so that you can be your best self without harming yourself and without harming anyone else. You simply play your own game and you push it as high as you can and you take it as far as you can go. Suffer for that in life. Because that is very worth it. That is very worth your time. I say that with so much confidence because I believe no matter what happens, you don't make it, you succeed, you fail, you're accepted, you're rejected. Just trying, just really, really trying in life is going to allow you years and years from now, okay, when you're on your way out, you will be able to smile. You will be given a most elite, satisfying peace that you can't feel living any other way, because maybe any other way you didn't allow yourself to try. This is the one way you do. And so no matter what happens, you will always, like, right? Before God takes your hand into the holy beyond, you will probably be able to look back one last time and see you really gave it everything you had. You just sent it, bro. And that's gotta be one of the most brilliant ways for a human being to defy these laws, these principles of suffering that for whatever reason we're stuck living inside of. It's just like to be alive is to accept in any instance at any moment unrelenting amounts of pain can be inflicted on you. I don't mean to trigger anyone's you know what I'm saying. I have my own conditions of paranoia and anxiety. I'm not trying to make them worse, but I have to keep it real. This is the chaos of life. Anything can happen in any moment. So if you are blessed enough that you're able to afford a moment in which, I'm okay right now and I have the ability, I have the consciousness and the mind, the breath, the life. You know what I mean, bro? The health, your limbs, you have everything that you need. If you're sitting here, you're looking at me, you're listening to me, and you're not in any kind of like serious chronic pain. Okay, even if you are, even if this is more of an extreme scenario, but let me take it there, because even if you are, you still qualify. It would definitely be a lot harder. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sitting here right now. I'm not in any kind of pain. I'm a little worried that I don't know. This episode was like, yeah, but you know what I mean. I'm not like, oh my god, that hurts so bad. Oh, so many people are dealing with some kind of chronic pain, right? Where they really actually do feel it, and like medication, like serious stuff is what helps them. But honestly, I'm talking about the most basic qualification that anybody's going to need to have. You're just going to need to be here. You just got to be present. You got to be alive. You got to be living. You got to be here. And You see, bro? You are here. That's the only question left. When you're just like, okay, all right, right here, right now. You let everything else go. I'm mean. I'm here. Okay, brother. Are you gonna stay here, or are you gonna go? I say go. Live, live, bro. Try as much as you can, as hard as you can, as often as you can. Don't like it. Love it, because that's you. That's you. That's your best life. You're trying. You're in motion, actively pursuing whatever. I don't even. I'm done. I'm done, bro. I don't want to paint the rest because I don't think I could do it justice. I don't think I could do it proper respect to how amazing your reality really will become. If you just, oh brother, if you just, you know where you know where you're. And that takes some time to figure out, but you know where you want to go, and you get going, and you get going, and it's very special. It's something every man needs, especially the 21st century, man. Because if you don't choose that, it'll be picked for you. You know, when I see guys just right buried, just hypnotized by the algorithms and their feeds, and you know, just it's so much consumption, so much distraction, almost as if I don't know, in a conspiracy way, almost as if someone or something out there doesn't want you to find out who you truly are. Try. And if you need help or you're looking for another fellow doing the same, you check me out right here at the Pillars of Man podcast. That's what I do. I talk about movies, anime, and life to help you with yours. And if you like content like that, hit the subscribe button for me. You're listening on Spotify? Follow me on there. Wherever you find this, shoot me a follow because I'd love to see you for the next one. But until then, take it easy. Take good care of yourself. And I love you so much. Peace.